Hello and welcome to Around the Penny. It's Tuesday, April 19th, and we got plenty of news to cover now that the market is closed. I'm Kat. Let's take a walk around the penny. All right, let's kick off the show reviewing a few of the bulls the market had to offer today. And we start with Universal Detection Technology, symbol UNDT. It was a solid afternoon for the early warning technologies company as the equity was able to rally over 44% on a volume of nearly 198 million shares. Today, the company announced that they expect to begin shipment of radiological detection devices to both domestic and Japanese customers. These detectors have a price range of $450 to $2,800 per unit. Now, we've seen this before with UNDT. They issue a press release using words like enter into agreement, sign an agreement, or featured as a provider. And traders are starting to wonder if actual business is being done or if they are just blowing smoke. Let's move on to Aptech Corporation, symbol APCX. The mobile application maker was able to post some solid numbers today. They finished the day up 25% on just over 129 million shares. As you can see in the charts, there hasn't been much to get excited about in the last month. After peaking in early March, it has been a slow and painful decline with the exception of that dead cat bounce on March 23rd. But shareholders are still extremely optimistic about the rebirth towards the promised land. We move on to the market's bears, and trust me, there are plenty today. But let's focus on Bioelectronics Corporation, symbol BIEL. They are an award-winning medical device developer and manufacturer. This morning, they issued a press release announcing the company has filed a Form 15 with the SEC. This means the company will officially terminate the registration of the company's common shares. And as you can expect, it was a pure sell the news event. The equity ended the day down over 34% at about 66 million shares. What's really puzzling is that not all shareholders sold their shares today. Another market bear was Brazos International Exploration Incorporated, symbol BRZL. The oil and gas exploration company had a tough day, falling close to 30% on over 61 million shares. If we bring up their chart for a moment, you can see there's not a whole lot going on here. You see the big drop off in late January, and then it's a series of small losses that follow. On February 1st, they launched their website. Then a week later, they tried to acquire a company, but the deal is still not completed. Throughout the message boards, there were many shareholders who were more than happy to get rid of their shares. On the other hand, there were a number of traders who were delighted to scoop up those shares in hopes of a rebound. It's time for some chat room gossip, and it was like a lunch table full of middle school girls talking about Metafile International, symbol MDFI. After yesterday's big rally, traders were hoping for similar results today, but that definitely was not the case. After opening at 0.0137, the stock saw a high of 0.017 and a low of 0.0056. They finished the afternoon falling a huge 41% on nearly 769 million shares, closing out the day at 0.0057. There were a plethora of traders out there who were more than willing to capitalize while the buying was low. There is also speculation in the chat rooms of an announcement this week, which could potentially result in a breaking out party for the company. Chatters were showing a lot of excitement for Polaris International Holdings Incorporated, symbol PIHN. The IT service provider company has been in the news a lot this year. In January, Polaris announced it was acquiring an unnamed IT company, and in March, they released their first quarter financials. Today, Polaris announced a new agreement to provide IT solutions for current longtime customers who are moving their headquarters to Western Japan. The press release also contained information about Polaris's order to install their internet phone system for one of their top Fortune 500 clients in Japan. The order came as a result of the durability the system showed during the recent quake and tsunami disasters. It was an up and down day, but the equity finished 50% up on over 465 million shares. The price opened at 0.0002 and closed at 0.0003. We will keep an eye on this one in the coming days. The quote of the day comes courtesy of Shelty Lover, who said, "Yes, I fully concur with you. And the dirtbags of the corporate world, my goal is to beat them at their own game here in the market." Yeah, Shelty Lover, way to stick it to the man. Our trusty newsletter Radar picked up 6 pumps for Southridge Enterprises Incorporated, symbol SRGE. They are a mining exploration company dedicated to acquiring and developing mineral resources throughout the world. Looks like they've been working overtime because on Saturday, the company issued a press release. They announced a signed letter of intent to acquire 80% of a gold and silver property. Sounds solid, but the equity hasn't done much of late. They ended the day up a modest 1.2% on about 5 million shares. They do, however, have the caveat emptor symbol for not making information in public. Come on, guys, don't pump your stock when you don't have your stuff together. You know better than that. It's time to sniff out some major BS, and today's culprit is Biotransplant Incorporated, symbol BTRNQ. The company is in bankruptcy, has the caveat emptor status, and has no business description. But somehow they were able to gain over 2,366% on only 1.6 million shares. For a rally like that on No News, we are contractually obligated to set you up with this authentic BS trophy. OMG, you guys are gonna love it. Well, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time, you can visit our homepage, simplypennies.com. You can also find us online on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For On the Penny, I'm Kat. Good night, everyone. Oh, God. All right. This morning, the company announced the signing of the 50,000... Sorry. I'm serious now.